Hey, we're live. We're live. Hello, we're live. Hey, how are y'all? We're going to be talking about how to get your wife back in New York City. All right, that's where I'm from. That's where you're from, and so we're going to talk about all the the New York City tricks, especially when your woman has run off with someone else, or if it's a long distance relationship, if your in-laws have gotten in the way and or you might have really messed up. You might have been addicted to masturbation or gambling, or you cheated on her, or you just couldn't get your shit together. Maybe you gained like 400 pounds sitting in the chair watching TV and sports. She just gave up on you. Or you might just be ugly and she just used you for money. So we're going to be talking about all those different scenarios. It's funny, right? Isn't it? There's so many scenarios here. And so me being someone who has you know, very good at relationships, always been with, always had like long-term relationships. And now I've been with my wife about 8 years. And before that, I was with a woman for 14 years, and that ended in a divorce. Before that, I was with a woman for 7 years, and that one ended up very badly. And two of the first wives I had children with them, so it was even difficult. I had businesses with them. I mean, it was really, really difficult. All right. So I have a lot to talk to you guys about. I have, studied all sorts of different things and I've been in these situations, and I've I've always learned from it. And so I'd like to share some of that stuff with you. If you're feeling the pain or you're heartbroken, especially if you live in New York City, the hustle and bustle, the busy area, there's so many human beings there. It would be easy for your wife to be swept off her feet by some younger and richer businessman, for instance, someone who, like in the there's this one movie with Richard Gere. It's called Unfaithful. You might want to watch that. That's a good New York City movie, and what can happen sometimes to your wife if she is, seduced by a charming, good-looking young man. And so you might be feeling the pain. You might be imagining what is going on behind closed doors, and you're going through some very hard times. And I'm here to tell you you're going to be better off. You're going to be feeling better. You're going to be stronger after this experience. And you're also going to be much sexier to the next woman or man that you find. All right. So let's talk more about, first of all, what's going on. And then after that, we'll give you some solutions. And I've also, of course, got my partners. They're in the other room. They're documenting everything. Dr. Keith Schaefer and Joey G, as well as Bruce Horty, and they'll be on the line a little bit later. We're going to be doing some videos for you guys and helping you out. But this is really a live channel. You just stop in anytime you want advice. You can hit up the chat box, and we'd be happy to help you. Everyone has a different scenario, a unique situation. All right. So, first of all, let's talk a little bit about penis size, okay? Because that could sometimes be a culprit. Now, they don't say it's what do they say? Motion in the ocean. That can sometimes be very untrue. Okay. But actually is only 3.5 inches deep. Okay. Will make it help you feel better. All right. So if it is something like you got into a fight with your wife in the heat of the moment, and she says, you say, why are you doing this to me? And she says, he has a bigger dick than you do. And she walks out of the room. That's just BS. She's just saying that to get your goat. That is really probably not the case, because a lot of the time women don't like, sometimes they don't like a big thing. It's uncomfortable and it's weird. Sometimes they can say, I did that. I experienced that. But, every day, not so much. There's so many other things. Women don't even think about things that way. Sure, they think about sex all day, but it's more of like a romantic type of sex. It's more of like them saying thank you. Like they would do, this is an example. They fantasize about thanking a guy, like having sex with a guy or something else with a guy, because they want to thank the guy for being so sweet. That's the difference. Dudes don't think that way, do they? You know what I'm saying? They're just thinking, oh, this girl wants to give me pleasure and all this stuff. Girls don't think that way. So they'd be like fantasizing about like, I want a dude to bring me out on a romantic date. And he's just so, and also maybe there's it's the chemistry, or like the, what do you call it? The dynamic The dynamic is interesting. It's like you can't figure this guy out. That's what they're thinking. That's what a woman is thinking. Does your wife, can she, you know, anticipate your every move? Does she know exactly everything about you? Is there any mystery to you at all? Like, mystery that ends up in a surprise, like a positive, exciting surprise. So there might have been less of the exciting surprises. Her fantasy of a guy that can, has certain skills that can help her out in a certain situations. Those are those types of fantasies that they have. They'd be like, they'd be, you wouldn't even think it. Like a dude is imagining, a girl wearing like a maid outfit, and dancing to like Lil Wayne in the corner or something, or like waking up in the morning and walking downstairs and there's two girls on podiums and they're gyrating to like techno music or something. That's what dudes think. But girls don't think about that at all. They don't think about, muscle man on a podium, like showing his stuff. No, they're thinking like they're fantasizing about like, a lightning struck a tree and it fell over and the dude runs into a burning house and saves the whole family. And then she wants to make love to that guy because she wants to thank him for saving her family or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a woman, but I've had a lot of experience with women telling me everything about those types of things because I've been curious. Guys, it's really going to help you. That advice was really actually underrated. I mean, it was actually really good. And I mean, I think, that's probably, let's make a bet. I mean, the dude who stole your girl and now you're being cuckolded, you're been forced to move into the shed in the backyard. 9 times out of 10, right? The dude who stole your lady fitting that criteria, right? You might be wondering, well, he doesn't have muscles. He's a ugly guy. He's has a big belly. He has no money, has no job. What the hell is going on here? I got money. I got a job. There wasn't any excitement. You know what I mean? They have fantasies like, you're the white knight. You're going to, defend them in a situation where there's a dude coming at you guys with a M249 machine gun. And you all of a sudden like shield it, you jump in the way and you're the one, you get shot, but you got a bulletproof vest and she's like hugs you. Have you ever noticed how a girl won't give you any time of day until you get hit by a car and you're lying on the street? Then the girl, oh my God, is he okay? The dudes are like, yeah, he's fine. But the girl will be like, oh my God, are you all right? Da, da, da. Do you see what I'm saying? All of a sudden they change and they're really nice to you. And then the seal is broken. All of a sudden you're telling them about yourself and all this stuff. It's a different type of mind. All right. There's differences between men and women. So basically the reason you're getting cuckolded and you lost your lady to some fat, weird, smelly guy is because she couldn't figure him quite out. She thought she had him pegged, but he's interested in some very interesting thing, not a gross, weird, freaky thing, but some very interesting. Like, for instance, he says, I really like shoulders and necks on women. And she's like, oh, I haven't heard that ever. That's it. Tell me more about that. Like interested, like curious, like bringing the curiosity. Have you brought the curiosity out in your wife? No, you probably made a fool of yourself. You were probably like talking about some gross, freaky thing. And, they're like, once you do that, ew, you don't want to get a ew out of a woman. All right. Just like ever. It's not a good idea. Like what you want to do is just be surprising, interesting, curveballs. Like, for instance, you grab their attention with something funny. You're a clown. You got their attention. But now go the other way around and do a curveball where it's the opposite of a clown. All right. Intrigue her. Now she's intrigued. All right. If you're not doing any of those types of things and you're like pulling your woman while she's talking to another man and you're like pulling her dress and you're saying, come on, we got to go. No. You're a beta cuck and you need to basically just leave her there. Go get another girl, take pictures, post it on Facebook, and then when she's upset, then say, well, you were talking to some dude. I tried pulling on your, that's a Sigma male. All right. Not, any of this type of stuff where, you're, forced to live in a golf cart on a golf course somewhere, and it's illegal. You're trespassing because she kicked you out of the home and now she's with some other dude in there. You got mad. You broke the door down. Now you got a restraining order. This is not going good for you, Charlie. All right. You need to learn how to be an alpha and be secure. All right. Well, thank you for this, for paying attention, guys. And that was basically how to get your girl back. I hope that, this helped, and I will see you soon. All right. This is the Life Doctor. It's a live YouTube channel. All right. Thank you.